All right, let me turn off the music real quick because I got the wrong. All right, welcome. I am Michael. Pronouns are he, him. I will be running the Far Roofs today. If everyone wants to introduce themselves, first I'm going to move people around.
Now ESPN.
So they're in their right spot. There we go.
Oh, we good?
Yep, we're good.
To introduce. All right. Hi, I'm Steve. I play Papa Fred. Papa Fred's a old man who's poisoned but doesn't know it yet and is slowly being purged of his memories and other goody things and is kind of creeping people out with his memory loss and his inability to see murals.
I just don't see murals.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I am playing Pebble, who is who's a very shy, mousy person who is trying to discover her fate. What that means.
Hey, I'm Kay. I'm playing Zach, and he's honestly just kind of here. He's trying to figure out how he has these powers, what he can do with them, and try not to scare the locals.
Hello, I am Nessa, she, her. I'll be playing Isha, also she, her. She has taken something from the god of death, and now she can turn into a big crow. And she's also a little bit of a bitch.
All right, one of the things we'll go through here in a minute is have you go through the muddles, particularly the ones for your characters. I put the new stuff there for you, Nessa. Realize that you have different ones of those things that will give you both a tile and a card, as well as down there's some other like questions you can ask that can help create some of these things. The bottom one of each of your sets of muddles questions, this is the one that will finish out the quest you're on right now, because at this point everyone has had at least 20 tiles and or cards. And once that's done, you'll gain a new power depending on which of the what type of thing it is, what type of story that particular quest is, and then you'll get the second thing, which includes itself a new muddle. So remember, for the muddles that still exist, the muddle that still exists for everybody before we start moving into sort of Act 2, in particular, is... bring this up. You're going to need to determine, and this will be something where you can all put tiles together for it, where you must go to learn the way to the farthest roofs where Hedge the Fang dwells. So, like, that's something that you all can put your stuff together for. But if we want to go down, if we want to have each of you kind of go over what the questions are for your characters. When we start with...
is it me?
It can be.
Me. Oh, yeah. So my muddles currently are what is Typhon's poison doing to me, which is Purge. What is Typhon's poison giving me, which is Zenith. The political turmoil going on in the normal world that might affect your city and your normal life. And then story of your last journey before retirement, which is a quest muddle.
And yeah, that's the one that will basically move you forward on the quest, give you some new stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, Sarah?
I have becoming okay with your shortened existence. I pictured it was a dream of fighting for the rats and protecting them. Finding where the goal for your finite life. What does it mean to be a hero? I have idiot. It means like doing something foolish in spite of circumstances. And exploring the wonders of the roof, which is my quest muddle.
Mm-hmm.
I have Why Are You Like This, which I decided was Brat, which was basically, as a child, I didn't get a lot of attention, so I need to be seen and control things. Who is it that hurt you, that this journey is required? what's the ethical use case for my powers and what am I meant to do with them. And my quest model is let's forge a rivalry.
So mine are what is magic to me, which is the power of death. What can keep me grounded? What price must I pay? What's the price for these powers and how is it to be paid? How do I fully awaken the power inside of me? We recently found out that we used toadstools, but I think it's any kind of like ritual potentially pertaining to mushrooms or not. And then what can be done for the already dead, which is my quest model.
All right. So, at this point, do we want to go over what had happened last session?
Sure thing. I know that we originally were having a bit of trouble, kind of my fault, because I brought up the fact that maybe the reason the town got attacked was because we were there, which, I mean, maybe. But correlation does not equal causation. Bitch, to quote Isha. I believe that's what she said. But
Something along those lines, yeah.
yeah, something along those lines. But the rats and the humans in town were like, "What? Maybe you caused this?" But luckily, Isha ran into her childhood friend, whose name is escaping me. Zebop?
Fuzzy.
Fuzzy? Who definitely wasn't based off of
Fizz.
Yeah, who definitely wasn't based off of my own, who was so removed from her life that she thought that she imagined him. Turns out he was real and just got sucked into Narnia as a kid. And definitely wasn't based off of my own childhood imaginary friend, Plop Plop, who was just my friend Paul, who moved away. Yes.
God, Nessa.
Paul lived in a tree outside our house. And he had a sister named Stupid, because if it was her name, then I was allowed to say it. He didn't actually have a sister. No, I think he might have had a sister in real life, but her name was not Stupid. Believe it or not.
Oh, Nessa.
Yes, Nessa Lawler. Anyway, so Fizz was able to be like, hey, these guys are cool. Also, they did just fight all those monsters. They can stay at my place. We'll deal with all this later. So we got out of that one, and then Isha and Papa Fred went to go assist with constructioning. Papa Fred is an incredible foreman and kind of got the whole thing directed. Isha kind of wandered off in the middle of that and found a bunch of mushrooms and unlocked her powers and talked to Death, I think, for a bit. Don't recommend that. I'm not gonna lie, Pebble, Zach, you're on your own. I don't remember what happened with you guys.
We went to go get supplies. I scared someone. They didn't want me talking to their soul. I wrote Zach loses a little bit of himself, and I don't remember what that was about.
Let me see what happened in my character sheet.
Remember how you lost a little bit of yourself?
There's no memory of that. I think it was because the person was like so scared of Zach and was like, don't take my soul, that he realized like just how much what he did affected the people that saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he just lost just a little bit of that light in him.
Okay.
Pebble made a promise to the rats that they would destroy Hedge the Fang and tried to convince them to trust her, and it failed. And then when she got overwhelmed, she passed out.
Yeah.
She had a dream that evening, remembering facing off against Hedge the Fang and failing about it. I think I had it where like they lost the battle and Hedge destroyed everybody. And then I have bonding and what was this parentheses with Nessa.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that is.
Because
we
because
went
it just
into the mist.
that was when Nessa when Isha essentially lost control and just started bounding through the Silence Road in the mist, and then while Papa Fred fell off the back and Zach managed to like rescue Papa Fred, you were like whispering in Nessa's ear to try to bring her back. So that was the bonding that you did.
You're welcome.
All right. You passed through the Silence Road. Two things happen. Also, I made a note in the Discord. If you scroll down, there's a thing that goes a little bit into the entirety of each of the characters' stories. These are the basic, like high level sort of stuff. You're still in the first part for most people, though Ness has kind of gone a little bit into the second. And some of that will be coming up. But as you go to the next place, as you get through, the air in the place that you arrive at feels... There's a chill that just goes beyond the cold. There was sort of a loneliness on the road, on the Silence Road, but when you get here, like the roofs themselves, is they there's kind of a gentle rise to them before they sort of head on the other side. But something about this place feels bereft of life when you get here. Isha, you're still in your Corvid form?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Still a giant bird.
Yep. As you come in, you see there are you see both rats and people that are sort of scattered throughout parts of the landscape that are sort of solemnly staring in your direction.
Do they seem ghost-like or tasty?
You can they seem a little like you can see through them just a tiny bit.
Ugh, ghost-like.
No one else sees that, by the way. So what do you all do? You've shown up. You've got this gentle sway of the things, and Renata kind of hops down from when Renata hops down from Isha's Corvid form. She's kind of like lowers herself to like the tile itself and kind of gives it a kiss, and it's just like, and you see like a little bit of shaking in the legs because you're sort of just the way you were rampaging through it was a little hard for a small rat to hold on to. Through Papa Fred, for example, it was not a rat. She's like,
are you all right, Renata?
I just I'm glad to be walking with my own 2 feet again. They should be close here. The town's not too far off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So when I talk, does it sound like squawking to you guys and you understand it, or does it sound like a bird is speaking English?
No, I think you specifically said that you think we can't understand you. But
You guys said last time that you could, remember?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. We can understand you. You just don't think we can.
It might be you might because it says you can communicate in and understand every language.
Well, I think I've picked it up by now.
Yeah.
I just think we just hear you talking.
Okay, well, do you think it does it like my bird mouth match up? This is Isha asking this, not Nessa.
Oh.
Like, do I look puppet-like?
A little bit, yeah.
Uncanny.
That says you can communicate in, which means I think if you wish to speak in squawks or bird thing and other thing, you could talk that way and they would not be able to understand you because you can understand every language. You can communicate in any language.
I just start talking in bird Italian.
Bird.
Instead of doing this with things, it just happens with your beak.
I think I'm gonna stay in the. Do you guys think it'd be good for me to turn back into a human?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
Alright, fine. Really burning through my cards here. I think 10 will probably cover it, right?
I think anything.
I think for you, honestly, any card works. One thing to remember is spades allow you to affect things that are like supernatural or otherwise unaffected by things.
Okay, well, get rid of a club then.
Okay.
After they hop off, I just kind of like.
That's weird every single time you do it.
Yeah.
Just feels weird every single time. My bones are loose.
Just get that fixed. You can get looked at.
It also feels kind of good, like you really you cracked all your knuckles all at once.
So, Michael, are we supposed to be using our story, this new stuff you sent us in the Discord right now?
Those are just things to kind of keep in mind. Some of those things we'll be introducing, but those are also like, that's like think of it as a general direction of just kind of like these things are each created to start with. And it's one of those things, particularly like once you sort of know it, you can make those things your own. But those are things to kind of keep in mind because, like, remember, you can also aim yourself towards those, particularly by answering your muddles or things along those lines. Does anybody remember what the title was we pulled for this particular town? Because I think you pulled it out of a large group of.
Yeah, you put a bunch in the middle, but I don't remember the name of it.
Fuck.
Forgot to write it. If I wrote it down,
Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll remember it in 2 seconds.
Okay.
So, why did we come here again?
You were coming here for help because essentially, remember, like the amount of damage that was done and the people that were killed during Hedge the Fang's attack, which a bunch of people were blaming on y'all. You come here to try to find people to help fix this, like basically kind of keep that place safe in case something else were happen again. Because it wasn't just Hedge, but it was all the cats that came, like the quite large cats that were enough to not only harm, clearly the rats, but also even people.
Okay.
The rats don't trust us.
I mean, they're kind of right to probably not.
No, we did not bring Hedge here. We didn't. They have to know that. We're here to help. Papa Fred helped. We can help.
Yeah, we can.
The shared dream? Was that what we called it?
That was it.
Yep. Shared dream. That does sound okay. Thank you. That does sound.
It's either that or the large dream, but I'm pretty sure we changed it to shared.
Yeah, shared dream sounds better. Large dreams more confusing. So yeah, the shared dream, the place we're supposed to come, and you know what? You have to get lost in the silence road to do it. I put it in a place, but I didn't link it. So that's why I can't find it. So I'm like, it makes sense that it's there. It just also makes sense I would not look for it there. So the shared dream itself, Renata sort of looks like it's on the other. Like I warn you, the people here they're a little odd. Remember, they all got lost upon the Silence Road. They ended up here because they're looking for a place to sort of escape. We send people here on occasion. We've traded back and forth, but they're good people. They're just distant.
I'm gonna look right at Isha. Try not to scare them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say offend, because I was already thinking something bad.
Try not to do that either.
All right, she's like, all right. All right, let's go.
All right.
And then she starts to kind of scramble up the roof tiles on the way to the rise that should lead to Shared Dream.
Are any of you else having trouble not just wanting to pick them up and just kind of shake them a little bit?
The rats?
Yeah, they're the right size. They're like a child. You could just pick them up and be like, "Bah-da!"
You work at a summer camp.
I feel like at this point,
and you see Renata has stopped and just turned. It's one of those things where you know how a rat can kind of stand upright but still be looking almost behind it. They stop and she's just sort of looking back at you in her eyes and like.
Well, the kids love to be shaken, so jot that down.
Zach just goes up behind Isha and picks her up and shakes her.
It'd be hard. Remember, Isha's a giant bird right now.
No, Isha
I
turned back.
I spent the card.
Okay, that's right.
we're not shaking rats, and you shouldn't be shaking babies either.
They're not babies. They're like 10.
You shouldn't be shaking 10-year-olds.
Next time you turn into a bird, I might pull out some of your feathers.
I condone that.
It's fine. I have a lot of them.
Oh, I hope they grow back.
Presumably.
Don't shake me.
I said I didn't. I just said, is anyone else dealing with the compulsion?
And she just at that point she sort of flips back her cape a little bit and just like rests her wrist very specifically on the hilt of the sword that she carries. Artyom might enjoy being shaken. I do not.
You shake Artyom?
Oh, I haven't shaken him yet, but apparently he likes being shaken.
Wait, let's not find out. Let's just be hospitable guests in this foreign land.
Is Renata on the roof right now?
Technically, you're all on the roofs. Renata's headed forward. She's not quite to the end of the rise.
I reach for Renata's hand, like to help. Like, please.
She's like, we're safe here. It feels strange, but this is how the place is. Here, come with me. I'll show you the way. Go ahead.
I follow after.
Go ahead and grab your tile and card.
Yay!
All right.
Right. There's this.
And then, so, are the other three of you, are you following after, or are you doing something else?
Yeah.
I'm following.
Yeah, we gotta go see these creepy fucking rats.
Yep.
And people.
So on the as you get up there, the two of you are going to sort of stop first on this. Is it not letting? I'd see about removing that person from Steam if possible, or Twitch. Yeah, as you sort of head over, the first two to stop are going to be probably Pebble and Renata. As you get to the top, you like Renata kind of like calls up, like pulls up short. The two of you are looking down on the ruins of a town. Like the town itself is like you see the like many of the buildings have been destroyed. It's a fairly small. There's like you see some fields that are on like kind of like put in between parts of the tiles of the parts that are growing up. Those have mostly been trampled, but the place itself is like feels like it's been this way for a long time. You're seeing places where there were fires at some point that have been out for quite some time. It looks like the weather has hit it, but you're looking down upon a dead space.
What happened here?
I don't know. I mean, they should have been safe here after the Silence Road.
I mean, I saw a bunch of them looking over at us, but they were all misty earlier.
What?
Over there. I thought that, like, living here made you, like... Can I say something offensive?
No.
What's going to stop you now?
I thought, like, you put autistic people to live here, and they became, like, mist-like. Like, you banished people who you thought were socially awkward here, based off of your description. And it did something to you, you know?
What?
Like Minnesota or something.
Zach loses it.
Like where you put a bunch of people who don't know how to communicate together, and then the weather makes them weird.
The weather?
Weirder.
I'm sorry, I can't move past. Do you think Minnesota is just made for autistic people? The way like
No.
Utah is made for Mormons?
No, not entirely. Maybe I'm thinking of Maine. One of the places with weather.
Everywhere has weather. What are you talking about?
Well, either way, I saw a bunch of rats and people, and they were all translucent and looking at us with big haunted eyes.
Were they ghosts?
We saw a bunch of ghost cats, and they seemed... Michael, did they seem different?
No, the ghost cast one, everybody could see. The ghost cast, the ghost cats that you saw also were... Like, they felt more solid than these ones, and the thing is still, Nessa, you see them. But they're sort of, like, silently watching.
No, I'm like, look at them, they're right over there.
Like I said, they're sort of further away, they're into spaces, but they're also pretty far away from the town itself.
Isha, when was the last time you had, like, a real meal, or sleep, or...
Don't. She's just like this.
But she says she
I
sees them
pointed
now.
them. Do you not see them? They're right there.
No, we don't see anything. What is with everybody seeing things that are not there?
Or
Well,
not seeing things that are.
I'm sorry, you don't have good ghost eyes.
That's not a thing.
Wait, you're seeing ghosts right now?
I mean, I'm seeing some people. Yeah, why don't I just go talk to them and I'll see what's up?
I don't know if
God,
that's a great
Good
idea,
ghost
but I mean,
eyes.
if you,
Yes, actually, go talk to one and see. If I want to observe this.
Also, I as Nessa do think that if I wanted to, I could cast magic that made someone gayer. I have enough letters that I could spell out queerer if I wanted to.
I love that.
That
I
could be
think
the
you
answer.
should.
That could be the answer to one of your muddles.
Become gay. For what reason does society deserve me and not death? The answer: be gay.
Nessa,
Yeah.
question for you.
Yes.
You definitely have currently. Isha's been straight, correct?
Yes. We have
Great.
not addressed any of that yet. Damn it, Michael!
Case-
Damn it!
Case with me,
Yeah.
like possibility that might be something. I mean, again, this is all up to you. But like, if that becomes, you decide that's something your character discovers. Because
Yeah, could be unless I spend my cues.
Do you also happen to know what the death card means in the tarot?
Change?
Yep.
Damn it!
So
You got me coming and going.
So
All right, let's go talk to these not
It's a
ghosts.
possibility.
I'm just gonna stay right here and observe.
Yeah, I'm not. We're just gonna.
I'm still by Renata's side. I'm like, is she seeing ghosts?
It's possible.
Renata, do you see ghosts?
I don't see them, but the four of you, you're not like a lot of none of the other people that come here. You have something about you that is quite a bit different.
Well, according to Isha, we're just maybe very autistic in here.
Renata just goes, I don't know what that is.
It's okay.
All right, so yeah, so Renata wants to go down to check out the village itself. What is everyone doing at this point?
Talking to my ghosts.
Yeah, so
I assume I'm gonna go with Renata to check out the empty city.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do something a little bit different, we can jump back and forth because there will be some things about each of your individual things that will come out over the course of this.
I think I'm gonna go with I think I'll stay with
Renata.
With Renata, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going into the city, but I'm not going with Renata and Pebble. I'm just kind of going in a different direction to check other things.
Okay. And for Kay?
I don't think Zach could just leave Isha here seeing ghosts and wanting to talk to ghosts.
Okay.
So he's not going to intervene, but he's just going to be there.
All right. So, while this happened, let's split a little bit of this up. So, we'll begin with Nessa. And we've got Zach. We got Isha kind of heading towards where these ghosts are. And the ghosts are keeping their distance, and they're on the kind of the far side of where the city. City village is a much better description of it. But they are, like I said, you see them kind of grouped in like 2 or 3, spread out, but they're just sort of sorrowfully watching all the things that are happening.
I don't know. I guess I go to the first person who looks cool.
So there's one of them that there is. Make a. What are the stats again? Make an introspection roll.
Oh boy. That's a 1.
I will say this too. You can also, depending if you want to make this an issue, because when you go up to someone, I'm going to say this: you go up to someone and something about them seems incredibly familiar.
Okay. 22244, and I have a +1.
All right. Also, one of the things to remember overall, if you talk poetic, or the poetic can just be kind of a little bit fancy about how you do something. Remember, you can then put stuff into your river from there to use later on. Yeah. So the 3 2s would be, because I think you've got a 1. What?
Yeah, I just have the 1.
Remember, the 3 though means as a success.
Triples.
So yeah, as you, let me just quickly double check that. Just remember that I don't think we've had. Normally have people rolling a little bit up.
Oh, for Heathen the Nerd on TikTok, I do love that this is the one tabletop role-playing game where I can use Scrabble word finder to cheat.
Yes.
Because as we get letters, I'm like, if I had to make words the whole time, Isha would never talk, which may be an improvement, but
oh yeah, so
for me.
It's luck. So yeah, basically, if it's above your what your stat is, it's luck that kind of makes it. As you come up, one of the things that you recognize as you sort of approach it, there was a picture of. Tell me a little bit about your great grandmother.
She was my favorite person in the whole world. She was only alive for a little bit. She had long, dark, black hair with like lots of gray in it. She never went fully gray. She always still had a lot of black to the day she died. She was a very free spirit. She was always wandering off into the woods with dogs. I'm like, are those our dogs? I don't know, but I loved them a lot. She always had this like wolf dog with her that had like one red eye and one blue eye, and I was obsessed with him, and he hated children.
Okay. Yeah. So the thing is you remember seeing pictures of her in her wedding dress, and her talking about it. What you're looking at right now is your great grandmother when she was probably 20 in that wedding dress, and as she looks up at you and like slowly just sort of reaches a hand towards your cheek, and it actually passes just a very tiny bit, like the fingertips, through, and you feel a slight chill, but there is a warmth underneath that chill, and she goes, "Oh, my child."
Nana?
And there's a smile on her face. Goes, "I thought I was the only one to be claimed by the mysteries."
Well, I mean, I didn't hear about it until recently. And you lived till you were old, so that's good, right? Maybe I'll do that.
You're not like this. I was given my youth again, and here, she just sort of looks. It's nearly time. Maltinos is going to come for me, and I'm going to be taken again.
Well, I mean, will Blue be there? You could go see him.
Isha, this is a terror. There's wonders here, and then there are terrors such as you've never seen before.
Oh.
As she reaches out and kind of sort of grabs you, and she's like, "You've been marked by King Death. I have been taken by he who's called Loss. We're to be married soon, and then I shall be torn apart to be brought back here."
That doesn't sound good.
There's a moment where she kind of hears something and just, it's coming near, and then you just feel the sort of thing settling over, like you're not quite sure exactly what it is, but there's something sort of settling over this space. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Zach is watching, and you're seeing Nessa speak with like kind of like in a conversation with like nobody. And so there's a moment later.
Oh, she's finally lost it.
A moment later, you feel like there's someone next to you.
That one-sided conversation looks insane, though. Nana?
Yeah, there's something next to you that is very tall, probably 7 feet tall at the very least. Massive. You can just sort of feel it. What do you do?
I'm just gonna slowly back away.
As you slowly back away, you see the grave white that is next to you, the thing that marked you. Sort of turns and looks. It is like very tall, a lot of kind of like fur and such on it. You can see like inside of it's like the darkness of its eyes. There's pupils sort of lost in the dark, in like the puddle of shadows there, and it just sort of looks at you and goes, "You ran this far away, and you still haven't looked at yourself."
I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing.
I gave you. I gave you the power so you wouldn't have to run. That you could take the things in life that you were supposed to have. I gifted you and you waste it.
I don't think that's your call to make. Yes, you gave me this gift, but you don't control how I use it.
He pulls himself up, kind of a bit taller, and then you see like the hands themselves have like these kind of wicked talons on them. And as he watches you, he just goes, "If you don't face me, you're gonna face yourself at the very least."
I'm willing to do that, but I have other problems right now.
And as the hand reaches out and kind of touches your shoulder, there's like a little bit of a freeze sort of inside you, like the nearness of this thing reaches into you. Now, when I go to someone else, one thing, this is something actually I told Steve, but you're also gonna, because I think part of what you just did, um, one of the things that can drive a mystery off is sort of the truest parts of yourself, those things that are massive and important to yourself. If you want to take like the Scrabble tiles you have, if there's something you're able to put there, we'll come back to you. You might be able to drive him off, or if you decide not to, there's other things that can happen there too. Um, all right, from there, Sarah.
Yeah.
You and Renata are kind of heading through these parts of the city. Like as you're going through, this whole place is. I think the ruins seem to have happened a long time ago. You're looking at burnt out hearths. You're looking at homes that have been smashed open. A few places you even see skeletons that look like they have been there sort of for some time. And Renata's just like, this is.
How long ago were you here? How
It
long
hasn't-
ago were people here?
Not long enough for this to happen. This is. No, this is not how anything was supposed to be. And just kind of like kind of at one point just like kind of falls to her knees and is just like looking around all the death and destruction around her. At which point, Sarah.
Yeah.
You are grasped by one of your visions. There is a moment where you find yourself. Tell me, where was it when, like, what were you doing? Where were you at when the hoop snake poisoned you? That with this thing that's going to both drain your life but also give you prophecy. And to give you, I'll tell you a story. This is a story you'd heard at the thing the other night. Hoop snake, which is named inexplicable, has no fixed location. It arrives from where the whimsy takes it, goes thenceforth where it wills, and disappears again when it is done. It's taken many forms. It can be an oddity. Hoop snake is simply the name and legend that they prefer. Rat poked Hoop snake with his paw. Hoop snake jumped up, bit its tail, and rolled away. Like hell, said the rat gave chase over the near roofs and the far. They wrestled at the cliffs of the Blue Nettle River, and the rat bit into Hoop Snake's neck, and Hoop Snake spat out its own tail and died. He dragged the snail back, but nobody understood what he had done. He couldn't explain it. All he could say was, it put its tail in its mouth and rolled, and there are many of these.
Where was I when the hoop snake poisoned me? I think it might have been a few years ago. I had intended to leave the town. I had plans to go to a college somewhere far away. Like I think probably somewhere in Wisconsin. Like that might not seem like grand, but like Madison is a big difference from, I forget the name of the town we're from.
Dowagiac.
It's just a far distance, and I get a let. I think what happened was I was raised by an aunt. My mother and father weren't in the picture for reasons, and my aunt was very insistent that I should not leave home because she needed me. There was much to do, and I think the puppet shop was hers before it was mine. She was like, "Well, if you leave, who's gonna run the puppet shop? Who's gonna help me?" And I got a letter from the school, and I never opened it because what was the point? And I think it's like I remember seeing the letter and just kind of seeing the letter and just throwing it in the trash. Because again, what was the point?
So part of it is you sort of ran from becoming something different, like doing the thing that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So in killing your own dreams, there was a moment where you felt yourself like you had remembered it before, but now you see yourself having like thrown away your own dreams, and something like struck you, kind of almost in the neck, but feeling almost deeper in the soul itself. And because you could not live your own dreams, you're given access to the dreams of others. But you knew that there's something inside of you that is pulling kind of who you are out of you. And then there's just this, like, the last thing you sort of feel as Hoop Snake kind of once again bites its own tail and starts to roll away from you, is that other people's dreams have a terrible cost.
Am I still like just in my trance, or can I come out of it at any time?
At about this point, you start to come out of your trance.
And I touch my face and I'm crying. I'm like, I didn't realize I was crying.
And for Steve, Papa Fred.
That's me.
As you are sort of going, you said you're going through the city kind of on your own here.
Yep.
As you're going through the city on your own here, there is a you hear like a rustling happening behind you at first, then sort of to your right, and you see this sort of giant serpent. Notably, Sarah, this is like the hoop snake was like a decent sized serpent. This is like closer to dragon size. This is much different. And there's this thing. There's a part of you that almost sort of remembers Typhon a bit, and as it kind of rises up, like out of part of the city, out of a part of the village, and such that is around you, and just looks and goes, "You returned."
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't ever think I'd be back here. But here I am.
You think you can do this again? How much do you think you have to give?
Honestly, not much, but gotta try.
As it kind of just heads around you, and there's just this moment that goes, "I gave you freedom. I let you leave this place behind, and you return.
Well, hard to keep a good man down, huh?
And it kind of sort of pulls itself up, and it's one of those things that like the thing is you're the only one who's sort of able to see it. But if it was visible to anyone else, everyone would be seeing this thing as it raises itself like kind of fully up and goes, I tried to give you peace, to lock you away so you wouldn't cause trouble again, and now here you are. And there's a moment where it almost feels like it kind of rinses back, and as it comes down, there's like a blackness sort of, and then you're back in like the desolation on your own again.
Okay. Since Typhon is the one that poisoned me,
Mm-hmm.
I think the poison is gonna act up here. I think I want to add something to my journal here. And I think as like Typhon's head goes in and there's this blackness and my eyes open, I don't think I'm seeing the empty streets. I don't think I'm seeing this desolate place. I'm seeing the last time I was here.
Okay.
Somebody on the street corner selling loaves of bread, somebody passing out papers, horses, or I guess whatever the equivalent of horse-drawn carriages here are, going across, and I'm just looking, and I kind of instinctively walk to this one location and through the door to where an old pub that I used to go to when the last time I was here. And I sit down and I start to like eat some food and take a drink, and I'm talking to some of the patrons and the person behind the counter. I think this is definitely a delirium.
Make your
the poison acting up.
Make your delirium roll. It's either your introspection or your sickness. You can choose which. Kay, what do you like? We'll go back to Zach. As it reaches for you, are you doing anything about it?
The only thing like I can spell out is God right now.
Do you think that's something that would matter to your character?
Honestly, no. I don't think this man gives a shit. I
Can
think
can
if
Isha give something
anything,
a
he
shot?
Possibly. Do
Like-
you want to get some other suggestions if there's something spellable for you?
Yeah, for sure.
What do you got?
Let me see.
Uh,
1 second.
Okay, Kay's got a ton of letters. I mean, actually, a lot of you.
I do have a lot of fucking letters, and there's so few words.
Hit me.
You almost have yourself or self.
I know, and
No.
I want that so bad for one of my muddles, and I'm
Okay.
not drawing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
down.
Then
You can do guile.
What does that mean?
guile is
means like
Trickiness.
like trickiness. Like guile is like a shiftiness, trickiness, like the ability to be more clever than someone else.
Mm,
If you want, guile would work.
I like that. How do you spell that?
Guile.
Okay, I will get rid of it. G U I E. Okay.
So tell me, and also, do you want to make this one of your? You want to make this? Does this go into your adventure journal?
Yeah, for sure.
Because yeah, you could also do this with. I mean, because that'll definitely work. And if you want to put it like, do you want to choose a mood? Let me know what you're doing.
I think I'm gonna choose daring.
Okay.
Against what is this thing's name? The Gravewalker?
The Grave White.
White.
Wight. Okay. If you want to take a moment to decide that. Also with Nessa or Sarah, are you either of you putting this in your journal, or you know what the next step you want to take with in your scenes are?
Yes.
I can put in my journal. Yeah, let me see. What would it be?
I might also try daring. I might try something else. Michael, the more words, the more letters something has, the stronger the spell is, correct?
I think it's more. Oh, like generally, you want to have 1 to 2 words most. Like you want to keep it relatively short.
Ah, damn it.
I mean, if
I
you've got
think
something
length
that fits
should
the punch,
count.
it doesn't. I've been assured.
I think this is losing. I think this is losing yourself for me.
Okay. So Nessa, did you have one that you were going to be using?
I wanted to use ephemera.
Okay. Tell me how you use ephemera.
I mean, I don't know if this is to like try to drive this thing away or try to keep my whatever. I don't know. Great grandma seems happy here. She doesn't seem thrilled about being married to some guy and then being destroyed forever. Which respect. As you know, Isha is a collector, which is why I made her a bird. Because I think she just kind of like, I think she's a hoarder and hasn't really accepted that yet. Because it's all kind of like organized in a certain way, and none of it's like weird. But that's also a kind of hoarding. I think somehow via magic, she just produces like every single like piece of paper, like trying to like tether her grandmother to here to like make her be older, to like make her more.
Are you using this to answer your quest medal?
Do I have to answer a quest medal?
I mean, if you're using the ephemera, I mean, if you're using a thing for that, what can be done for the already? There could also be what can keep me grounded.
Yes. This is grounded.
Like yeah,
the actual
like creating the
objects.
ephemera. Yeah, I would put ephemera there. Yeah, and like
okay.
What is it you do as like there's something coming for her, and you said you wanted to roll that on one of your moods.
Yes.
Also, your you got how many have you gotten today? I'm gonna your progress as you gain every time you gain. I mean, once everyone gets to their second thing, every time you gain a tile or a card, give yourself a check on that progress grid.
Ooh, I got like 3 today.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put ephemera down in a second. I think as this thing is like coming for her, I'm kind of like creating like a wall of memories, papers, objects, reminders, but also a protection against what's trying to like take her away.
Okay.
It's just like here, this is you are here.
The things that mattered, like this, it's an interesting thing to put with your thing of death being what it was. So yeah, like around you, like you basically like this wall of the things that mattered, the things that the two of you had together, and also things that were important to her start to appear around her. And Sarah, you said you had a.
I put losing yourself.
Okay.
As mine.
All right.
And I have. Do I need to do anything for that, or just put it in there?
Put it in there. Describe what it is, and we'll have you roll here in a moment. That's going to be a roll with physical action or your complex. So, Kay, what was it? So you said you were rolling.
I was rolling daring, and I got 666s. And that was against Grave White to try and kind of outsmart him.
All right. So you give yourself a +1 to in over your head.
Cool.
And do you know how you outsmart him here? You want us to help with that?
Yeah, I think I need a little help with that. What I was thinking was because Zach likes to be in control so much, and I think he just tried to talk himself out of it. Like, my powers aren't like my biggest issue right now. Can't you see we're fighting something much bigger than even you? It's not just me, it's my friends as well.
There's just there's a moment where there's a part of it where you see, and then just like the fact that it's. Have you really ever considered people really friends until now? That's out of character.
Probably not. Probably like these are people that I've known most of my life.
And like there's this thing where you can just sort of feel inside of you just the fact that these people now matter to you in a way that no one has before. That there's a connection here that you've never sort of had before, and like you can feel the grave white, which has already kind of had its claws into you, that has changed you before this. As it touches you, suddenly that springs up inside of you, and as he pulls back its claw, like there's like you see like little bits of fire on the things. Like, they will not protect you forever. You still have to face yourself. You still have to face what you've done. And the grave white in front of you just sort of fades from view. And Steve, you said you were rolling your delirium?
Correct. That's introspection, right?
Or sickness.
My sickness is only a 2 so far. Introspection is a 4. So I got double 3s, but I also got double 6s. Was that poetic enough to put those 2 in my river?
Yeah, I think probably your 6s, I'm guessing. You're going to take those 3s?
Yeah, I'm going to take the 3s and I'll put the 6s in the river.
Yeah, so it's kind of slow. You are also already kind of experienced, slowed down as you're sitting there sort of eating and speaking with other ones. And I think you said you were going to tie it a little more to why you were here before.
I've answered another muddle, but I'm gonna save that for when they find me.
Okay.
I think Papa Fred is gonna be in this inn until someone comes and gets him.
Okay, sounds good. And Nessa, did you make your roll?
I have not yet.
What was yours for? Was it?
It was. I wanted to be being there.
All right. You're remembering all those times with your great grandma, the things that mattered. As these things kind of come around her, there's something behind, like just reaching towards it.
Triple 3s and 1-1.
Okay, I think if you want to put, you got 2 1s. If you want to, was that you? Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to put those 2 1s in your river, because I think the way you described it does count for that. Triples. The experience stirs your heart. If you want to describe, give yourself a +1 on your something to deal with.
Okay.
And then if you want to describe what that's like, and then we'll hit Sarah.
I think it is, as I described before, just kind of this tornado surrounding us of every, not just my life with her, but her life in general, shielding her, reminding her. And I think even though I know you said that she's kind of like her fingers kind of passed her, I think in that moment I managed to just kind of like grab onto her and hold her and be like,
and like she becomes solid suddenly in a way she wasn't before.
And in Isha's head, she's like, I might be able to freak these people out real bad if she stays here, and I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and as you sort of, something is coming for her. You can kind of hear wedding bells sort of behind it, and like your grandmother just like holding on so tightly to you. Then like the moment passes, whatever it is not actually able to get to you.
Nice.
And then you're left kind of in the silence holding the ghost of your great grandmother. And Sarah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so me, like I said, I have losing myself. I have this realization that I gave up on my dreams for others. And did I see the hoop snake?
Yes, like it was. That's in that vision. Like you didn't notice it back then, but it was there, and now you're aware of it.
All right, let me roll my die real quick. /roll 5d6. That's and what am I rolling against again?
With you said you're doing which one again?
Losing myself.
Losing yourself is either physical action or complex.
Okay, physical action. I have a 4 for physical action. I think I might have failed that. I got two 2s, a 4, and a 5. Okay,
but you said you have a 4 for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically as long as if you have doubles, it just needs to be below your stat. Success.
Okay.
Someone interrupts you before a long time passes, or before your spiral reaches the point of self-destructive action, or the world itself. I will say, describe how you're losing yourself, and I'll say probably hearing Steve talking with people in the past might be do you want that to be the thing that pulls you out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in a memory that pulls me out of it? Or like right now?
So if you want to describe how you lost yourself sort of in this moment, and then how maybe you want to have it hearing Steve talking, hearing Papa Fred talking brings you back out of it.
So what really lost me is like I think like the day after I threw away that letter, I met Dev, my fiance, and I think I was just at that point where it's like I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna have a family and I'm gonna run the puppet shop and that's gonna be my life in this town. And I could feel part of me just screaming inside, like, this is not what you want. This is not what you are meant to do. You need to be out of here. And I just completely put a wall between my actual self and what was the expectation of me. And hearing Papa, I think what draws me out of it is hearing Papa Fred talk about his time here on the roofs and the people he met and how he fought the cats before and like all these things he did here. And I just like, it's the first time in 5 years that I've wanted something like this. Like it's almost a calling I feel. And I can't go back.
Okay. So yeah, there's that moment of just, and then as you start to hear Steve, like just Papa Fred, like celebrating nearby, like the voice that the call from here pulls you back out. Question: does anybody have an issue that is there's a 3 or more?
Not yet, I don't think.
No.
No.
Okay.
For our stats?
Well, you
No.
have like the issues you have down. Like, sometimes I've told you like add something to an issue. Those often
Oh.
happens with when you're rolling the moods because we had the losing yourself. Usually, if you get like a triples or sometimes a failure, especially critical failures, a matchless one. Triples, quadruples, and matchless failures will often give you a bonus to one of your issues. And something to keep in mind now that we've kind of like got more of the system stuff. If you ever want to have one of your issues come up during this, you can pull a component anytime you do so.
A component?
A component means a card or a tile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anytime one of those come up, you'll be able to pull like a card or a tile. All right. So 2 things happen. We've got Zach. You now see Isha like holding this woman around her age in like a wedding dress. She seems like you can kind of see a bit through her, but the 2 of them are sort of holding on tightly to each other. She wasn't there before, and then Pebble, you hear Papa Fred in the ruins of a house. They're like cheering, like raising up like a broken cup that he found, and kind of calling out to people who aren't there.
And I walk toward this burnt out pub, this burnt out bar. Fred?
The minute you say his name, he's gonna turn. Serafina! Come here, have a drink with me. It's good to see you. The muddle that he is answering is the story of your last journey before retirement is White. Wight. I think I'm trying to formulate. I think he isn't corporeal at the moment. I think you see him and like the black veins that were on there. Half of his face is skeletal with one dead eye. The other eye is black. And
Okay.
he's just what?
I would say, Kay, if you end up seeing this part of Papa Fred, you're going to recognize as being tied to Grave White. Because I'm assuming is that part where you got the idea from?
Yeah.
Like tied to So like that's one. It's if at some point Zach is there to see this aspect, you'll recognize it being connected to Grave White, which is connected to you.
Serafina, come have a drink with me. It's been so long.
Fred, what's going on?
What are you talking about? We're celebrating. We had a victory earlier.
I walk over to him and I reach out to touch his shoulder. Does my hand like go through him?
I'm gonna say it doesn't go all the way through, but your hand definitely like goes a little bit. Like there's a corporealness to it, but it's still not fully there.
We need to go, Fred.
At this point, like it all starts to simmer down and he kind of snaps out of it. Pebble, when did you get here?
We need to go. Come on,
Okay.
come on. I take him by the arm and like, do you remember what just happened?
No, not really. I remember we were up there. You and Renata went that way, and then I went this way, and then you were waking me up. Apparently, I must have dozed off or something.
Um,
We'll head back over to Nessa first. Do you remember? Did you ever get a triples or a critical failure on any of the mood rolls you made?
Today?
No, I mean just in general, because you have no issues written down, and I think you probably should have gotten at least a few by now.
Yeah, I have only gotten the one triple today so far,
Well,
and it was I don't remember what you had said, so I was like in my head I was like okay, I'm gonna re-listen to this episode later. And
So I would
what I said for
you should.
you.
What was it you just rolled? It should be in your adventure journal.
I got triple threes protecting Grandma with the ghost ephemera.
But you put that in your adventure journal?
Yes,
As was your
I just put being there.
being there? Okay, yeah. You always want to have like what that specific one is. So with the triples, +1 to something to deal with. Go ahead and give yourself +2 on something to deal with, because I know you would have had others. Because somewhere along here you would have had either critical failure or triples or
Okay.
quadruples. Because every time you put something in the adventure journal, there's a roll that goes with it. That's one of the moods.
Michael, sorry to interrupt. I have a quick question.
Uh huh.
Can I solve my quest model before I solve my final regular model?
Oh yeah, because like basically you've got like your personal medals. The other ones will add to it later on. You'll get more as you go into different quests and stuff. There's other things. Well, like also as your issues get higher, you'll get more. But yeah, the quest model itself is a separate one. And also you can also use words or other things. Oh
That muddle I did answer was my quest muddle.
yeah, so that will basically put you on to if you want, you can pull some stuff from the second quest. If you have the book up, for example, if you go to, again, Jenna, I love your games. I want to shake you for how they're put in there. Like, remember to the old timer, if you go to page 168, you'll see the information for the second one, which is taking some mental damage here, which is appropriate. If you want, you can actually copy paste some of that stuff in, or I can kind of get it later.
160.
Yeah, I do not know what was bleeped out, unfortunately. That will not be bleeped out on Twitch. All right, so Sarah, you wanted to solve yours?
Yeah, I think for exploring the wonders of the roof, which is my quest model, I want to put launch as my answer.
Okay.
Like, I've been having the rats help me along the roofs at this point, and I want to like stand on my own 2 feet and do what they do.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think I just might launching myself across the roofs like they do.
If you look at 159, the dreams and visions, you'll see what your second sort of quest is on there. Also, you are going to gain. Well, I'll get both of these here real quick.
Did 159?
Yeah, 159. You're also, if you want to make a note, you will also gain a power from. I think you start off with a roll arc. Yeah, a roll arc. So you'll gain another power from become somebody. Nessa, I don't know if you've already looked at yours. I think you gain another one from cheat. And old timer, you're going to gain another one. It's a mystery arc. So you're going to gain another one from Primordial.
Okay.
Yeah, Mystic Art. And then, Kay, when you end up solving yours, yours is a Binding Arc, so you're going to gain it from Wounded Angel.
So I pick another from Dreams and Vision or Endurance.
Oh, for the Hero of Fate, yours is a Roll Arc, which means it's from Become Somebody. On page 75 is where you'll pick another power, and the one I gave you previously will have your next quest.
Okay, pick another power. Let's.
Okay. And Kay, like I said, you see what are you doing? Is you see Nessa like.
I think I'm just gonna say to myself, well, I guess she hasn't fully lost it yet.
I think I look over at the rest of them. Well, I guess the Papa Fred and Pebble are inside, but I'm like, I got one of the ghosts.
I actually see it. Good job.
This is my great grandmother.
Hi, ma'am.
It's sort of waves like you must be a friend of Isha's.
Sure, we could say that. We're not friends.
That's true.
I'm also real quick. Kay, didn't you have self as some of your letters still? I see the E and the L went away.
Yeah, I had to use it to spell.
Oh no! You still have the E and the L.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, right up above. Okay, yeah.
I might have just deleted the first ones I saw and haven't rearranged them.
Yeah, there's two of them up above. Yeah, because I remember. I think it actually spelled self. Remember, anytime you want to let us know if you want to use that or whenever's the correct time for you, let us know for that.
So basically, I just pull a power and I put it back into my thing.
Yeah, so you'll have another one of the powers from that particular. Like each one of those depends on what kind of story arc you're going on. Will be the thing that will you'll gain it from.
Okay, so get this out again.
Okay, and at which point, Isha, there's kind of like the head on your shoulder as she starts to fade again, and you see the other ghosts in this area also start to fade because and the last thing you hear from her is like, "He's gone. I think I may be free."
That's good. Nano, what happened to the town real quick before you go?
It was death and destruction. Hedge is reaching much further than he ever had before. He must be stopped.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna work on that. Have fun in heaven. Say hi to Blue.
And as she fades away.
It's good to see her, but that was not helpful. I could have figured probably Hedge the Fang. Maybe I should ask if there were any survivors. Do dogs go to heaven?
I don't know. Let's find Pebble and Papa Fred.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing something.
All right. When they come upon the two of you, how are the two of you?
Me and Pebble.
Mm-hmm.
I think Papa is kind of confused why Pebble looks so worried, and he's just upbeat and his normal happy self. Isha, Zach.
Pebble, are you okay? Did Papa Fred do that thing again?
No, it was different this time. He called me Papa Fred. Who's Seraphina?
Seraphina.
Hasn't he said that name before?
Yeah, I have. She was with me the last time I was here. She traveled with me. She's a good friend. She was a lot like you. And he looks at Pebble when he says that.
What do you mean?
You just remind me of her. Same temperament, same personality.
Into puppets.
I
hate
don't know if
puppets.
she liked puppets.
I hate puppets.
You work at the puppet store.
I hate it. I hate it so much. It's not.
Oh my god, you finally admit it.
This,
Isha gives you a giant hug and like lifts you into her arms.
And Pebble's honestly about to snap on Isha for that, and then just the hug, just like I kind of look at Zach over her shoulder. I'm like, what's going on?
I don't say anything, but as I'm cradling you, I'm like I knew. I don't say it out loud, but I'm just like I knew that she hated the puppets too.
it's a good place for a bio break.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit. And we are back. All right, we got the four of you together after the things you just experienced.
Well, I hope. What were we talking about? Serafina. Papa
She
Fred, you good?
Yeah, so Pebble was hugging me. Like, no,
Just
Pebble.
hugging.
Nisha was hugging me. I'm like, okay. And
I'm just gonna.
I feel like I could tell that Isha needs this, so I just hug her back, and I'm like, thank you.
I'm gonna lean into Zach. I didn't know Isha was capable of human connection.
Honestly, this is such a rare sight. I'm
I-
surprised Isha
I heard
initiated this.
I've done human connection in front of you at least one other time.
What with your
You kissed
half-assed
Mike
boyfriend?
once with a half-ass kiss. That's the only time I've ever seen you do anything. It was a quick "mwah" type of kiss. It wasn't even passionate.
We know you don't like that man.
Just needs to be physical? Oh. I think you meant like my emotional ability to connect.
That's what we're
Zach is gonna
talking
stay
about.
quiet. Nope. Nope.
See, I can be. You should kind of just puts one arm around Papa Fred. Like, see? Great.
This
Mhm.
feels
That's
very
not
awkward.
at all.
Well, maybe you should be more huggable like Pebble.
I put my arm around Pebble. I'm perfectly huggable. I don't think you're
You're
very
hugging Pebble. Pebble is huggable.
Hi. My hugs are. I'm like, okay.
I have hugged every person in our town at least once. I am very huggable. I am literally Santa Claus.
You may not even know it. You might have been asleep. I was like, Papa Fred, this is concerning.
Oh.
Yes, I remember the hug booth, Papa Fred.
Anyway,
Was Papa Fred one of those "Where's my hug" guys?
No, it was we raised money. We raised money instead of a kissing booth. There was a hugging booth. We saved the community center that year, and then the next year it got torn down. But
Listen, there were a lot of people that were happy to hug Santa Claus, so I don't want to hear it. We made a lot of money that day.
it's true. Also, Michael, do the other ghosts all get sucked off?
Nessa,
What?
my love, let's talk about phrasing.
What do you call it when a ghost goes up to heaven?
disappears.
Ascended?
To be fair, that is the term they use on the TV show Ghosts, is
Yes.
sucked off.
Exactly.
So there is precedent,
What?
but still,
Yeah.
That's the
Where do you think I stole that from? I was like, where did I steal that from?
I understand.
Oh, yeah,
I understand
ghosts.
there being some heaven there, but I look at a ghost.
I mean, Ghostbusters started it, so
What are there? Is the place littered with rat ghosts?
Okay, first of all, I'm Ghost TV show.
Sucked
Yeah.
up. I wonder if TikTok is bleeping us automatically, right?
I will get a thing at the end that we'll talk a little. Okay, I'm gonna check that later on a thing that won't show up on the stream.
Oh, God.
Like you notice, the other ghosts at this point have seemed to have departed.
All right, all the ghosts are gone. They seem to have been sucked off by something. I don't know.
Okay.
A phrasing, Isha. Phrasing.
I don't know.
Ascended. Disappeared. Moved
Left.
on. Departed.
All right, all the ghosts died.
Okay.
am I still hugging Isha?
No, I've let go at this point.
Okay.
I'm not hugging the for that long.
At this point, why don't you do two things? One, if you have any tiles or cards that are still on that desktop stuff, put them on your thing. And the next is, with all the letters and such you have, we're now going to solve the next quest model. Where must you go to learn the way to the farthest roofs where Hedge the Fang dwells? This can be pulled from all of your tiles.
I have so many guys.
And remember, keep the ones you want us to solve your own, and let us know when you
Yeah.
want to let us know when you want to solve those, because those will start to give you more about who you are.
If I don't get an M by the end of this session, we're just gonna go with self. But because I've
What,
been trying to.
what are you thinking
I-
of? What are you thinking of? If you want to trade with someone, I'm free.
I mean, we definitely have the word graveyard among
Yeah.
our letters.
Ooh.
Steve almost has Gurney in there. Sarah.
Ooh. Yes,
Cave.
let's go to a bad outlet mall in Great America.
I used to live right across from the mall that got destroyed by Gurney. There was still like 3 shops
God.
open.
Lakehurst was like the first dead mall in my opinion.
Also,
Well,
I will
Kay,
donate a
Place.
G and an R to Grave.
A what in an R?
Kay, if you want to
GNR.
trade someone for an N, I will let you do that.
I have an
Steve?
N
What?
No, an M.
or an M. I have an
Or-
M.
Is there any letter you would like? I got a lot of weird ones.
I could use a vowel. So hold on, let me look at what you got really quick.
I got A, I.
Well, I think I could use
O.
it. I think I could use an O, but I'm not sure yet. Hold on, let me
K
see.
has so many letters.
I have so many letters and so few words, guys.
Yeah, if we want to throw into the K fund for words, so you can solve
Go
some of
for
yours.
it.
Actually, I could use
You
it.
do not have a lot of words.
I would
No,
say
You've-
I have
you've
so
gosh,
many letters.
Gosh. You've gosh.
Wiz.
You have self.
Yeah, I'm using
You have Zach.
Sarah, what letter would you like for the
I would. Could I have the O? Wait,
Go
wait.
for
can
it.
I-
You can
okay.
have the O.
And I'll have to give you the M.
You have Doug. You have
Yeah.
God. You have dog.
Yeah, you could still spell God.
I'll take the O.
You have Lisa. It could have been Lisa. Freaking Lisa. Actually, one of yours. Is there one of yours who you hurt to get here? Names for possibility.
I will add AVE to graveyard if Nessa will add
I have a G.
GR.
I have a G. You can have.
YA and a
I have a
D.
D. So we have. So what letters are you adding, Steve?
AVE.
Nessa's gonna give.
So we have grave.
I've given
R.
GR.
I got Y,
I can
A,
give
and D. If anyone has an R.
I have an R and we need an E. I can give Y and R.
I can give
Let me-
another E.
Right.
Okay, that should
I'm
take care
doing
of it.
A and D. Yeah, okay.
I'm giving Y and R.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to throw in a couple other muddles for that.
Also, Kay, I don't know if you still can because you've gotten rid of some stuff, but I'm pretty sure you could spell chili dogs. I'm just saying, we're not that limited.
You could do zilch.
You could do chili dogs.
Or chili dog, I guess, singular.
Not helpful. But I am gonna solve one of my muddles.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer myself is going, who was it that hurt you that this journey is required? I hurt myself personally from like wanting this control that I so desperately wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And putting myself through like all the bullshit that I have, simply from like always either working or weirdly going on dates and not being invested in really any of it.
Okay.
Obviously, Isha can't hear this, but Isha would be like, have you hurt yourself that much?
All right, I put in. So we've got the. So the graveyards where you have to go to.
Yeah, great job.
Something happened there. Okay, I've also put in what are... Let me just do this.
So basically, I swap out my quest set of a little worn down to dreams and visions.
Yeah, or if you want to, you can kind of copy... Here, let me do a thing for each of you real quick. Because I think... Who have you hurt? You still need a rival, okay? That's the thing that's going to give you your next...
Yeah.
Your next thing. So that's something to keep in mind. I think you didn't you ask earlier about if Hedge the Fang would make a rival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's the thing that could be possible. So let me put the Hero of Fate. I'm going to put a second. So you don't have to replace it with where you're at right now, but you'll notice a thing just appeared for you. I'm going to put a thing in there for Steve and for Kay when you're ready.
Or to where?
So if you look down on for Steve on line 70, you'll see that right next to your current quest is a place to put the information for your second one.
Okay. Remembrance of the old timer.
Yeah, like, you can kind of copy paste some of that stuff in there. I'll probably, or if not, I'll probably go through at some point and do that.
Okay.
All right, so and Renata is just like, if Hedge is bringing this much death, we need to go to the place of death to get to the farthest roofs, to travel to Hedge itself. We'll have to go to the graveyard, the place where all things end.
Huh. Yeah. That place is scary.
Well, Papa Fred managed to survive, so I think we should all be fine.
I mean, we can hope.
I don't think he is fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is because of something else.
Talking about, I'm a beacon of health. I'm the healthiest 78-year-old I've ever met.
Renata also just goes, "You've been there before?
Yeah.
Do you know the way?"
Well, vaguely. I mean, this place changes a lot. But if it's the same way, then yeah, I know how to get there.
I know some people that might help, but by the time we get back, RDM should have returned to life.
To also be fair, you knew a lot of people here, but
Yeah, there was this pub I used to go to here. Had the best meat around. Zariah. Zariah was the keep there.
well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Zariah might be
Gone, as Steve pulls another component.
Oh
wait, does that still work for you with the new?
No, my new ones don't have that.
Yeah, because they're gonna change. They're gonna change where your new stuff
mine
is.
are you scare off a mystery or something else that attacks your mind. You see something revelatory. Yeah, revelatory or plot relevant in a dream. You catch a fever. So no, meaningful flashback of a story of an established friend having died does not work anymore.
damn.
But, it's okay.
All right, well, bird time.
The way you said that, Isha, sounds like an Autobot saying roll out. Like, bird time.
And
Autobots,
Renata at one
roll
point
out.
goes, Can we take an evening to rest before having to ride you back?"
See, if you want to get on my butt about phrasing,
Between that and the ghost being sucked off.
Wait, what? What did she say? What?
ride
You
me
don't.
back.
You don't.
We're literally riding you back. Like,
And the ghosts literally got off to heaven.
I'm sure no one was there going to them to get them to heaven.
There was a wind. I didn't see any of them go up,
So
but
they got
there was a
blown
wind.
away. There's a difference. That's not sucked off.
This is probably what's getting beeped on TikTok, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, yeah. Do you
Yeah,
head back that
let's-
evening, or are you gonna?
Yeah, let's rest
Yeah.
let's rest and then head back.
There's a nice little hotel over this way. I'm gonna lead everybody to this old hotel.
And we sleep in its shattered remains.
I mean, there's probably a bed or two there.
Yeah, it is.
There.
Yes.
Any corpses, or everyone's just gone?
In this place as you go through, you do see some, and there's like skeletons left. Like these have been gone long enough that they're reduced down to skeletons. There are some of them kind of strewn about the remains of this particular hotel.
Okay.
The thing is, I mean, like the inn rather, it's large enough that there was like large sections of it are still pretty intact. You do find some old beds that have been there. The rooms are dusty. There's not necessarily except for the food that you brought. There's really nothing there.
Are we still in the afternoon with our journals?
Oh, so we finished up the afternoon. We'll be going to the evening and then into the morning. So does anybody want to do anything this evening, or are we going to skip by till what day 4 morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think skip.
All right.
Yeah,
So yeah, the day 4 of the morning. I'm assuming
is
that
Kay froze for anybody else?
is what.
Oh no,
No.
they're back now. Okay,
Okay, looks asleep to me.
I think
Oh, there
they're
you are.
froze.
There you are.
Okay.
They were froze. I told you.
On me.
Still catching up.
My internet is crapping a little bit
Okay.
early.
So the funny thing is like you look like this for a moment. I don't know if you can see it. Like this is where you froze for me, and then suddenly you just went. But then you froze
Same.
again.
You guys
Just
are
like-
still frozen for me?
Because I've had those
Ah.
mornings where you're just like, you wake up and you're just like, am I here? I exist. I'm a thing. Okay. So I'm assuming. Oh no!
Ah,
Kay
damn.
disappeared. We will see if Kay returns.
There they come.
Internet is not happy with them today.
Occasionally, the internet is a pain in the butt.
There we go.
All right, welcome, welcome back. All right, I'm assuming we're taking Ness. Are you going COVID again or Corvid again and making your way back?
Yep.
All right.
We-
That'll end up costing you. Well, if you turn there and then turn back, that'll be 2 cards.
Well, let's turn there and then we'll see what happens
Okay.
when we get
So
there.
one thing to remember too: when you give someone a tile, you can also choose to give them a card instead. I think it says like 3-1. Like I think we're definitely going more than that because I do think you need more tiles than cards. We've not been doing as many of those types of conflicts, though. That will likely occur as we get into sort of what's considered second act.
Fair.
As you are you're heading in. All right. Yeah, you end up heading back once again through the mist. We're not gonna have you roll and do all that again. You've been through it before, so it's familiar in this case. It's still weird. It is still like a weird, lonely place. People are left with their own thoughts from the things that they saw and the things that they encountered on the end of it. And then when you come back, they've been doing work on rebuilding. The town itself. I mean, it's been a day, so it hasn't been that much different. But as you sort of come back over like the on the roofs as you come through the thing, they see you first. And you see a whole bunch of like the villagers and such like rush forward. Like they're kind of at the edge of town as you're approaching, and then they realize and see that there is no one else with you, and you can see the deflation in the group you're with. One of them just comes forward and goes, "Are the others on their way? You came faster." Going as the bird, correct? Like they're coming, right? They're coming to help protect us to defend against Hedge.
Who exactly?
They're not.
The people in the
The town looked like it had been destroyed for 100 years.
At which point you just see the one that you're talking about. He literally just sort of like they're just like kind of folds himself almost to the ground, just like shared dream is gone.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Shared dream is gone. We can't be far behind.
Then we'll stop it.
And one of the other ones just goes, "You're going after Hedge?
Yes.
How?"
We're going to fight him. We all have powers. We all can see things.
And then like you feel like a scurry around you, and then on your shoulders, Renata just stands sort of tall, sword out, and goes, "And I will lead them to the place we need to go, for I know all of the Far Roofs."
We will
Fought
fight
him
Hedge.
once. But go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Steve.
I fought him once before. I'll fight him again. It'll be all right.
Now I can turn into a bird, so that's got to count for something. 2 big bird thumbs up.
R.I.P. Carol Spiney.
Aw.
Oh.
I look at Zach and I'm like, well,
I don't think they want to know. I don't want any more people to be scared of me.
they're not going to be scared of you,
The other people were.
but you're going to fight for them.
I was trying to do that at the other town.
You're going to fight for them against Hedge. It's all they just say you're going to fight Hedge.
I'm here to fight.
And there's a point where like you see it's a group of people who are wanting to find hope, but currently they're having a hard time finding it. Does anyone want to use one of their abilities to help here?
I have one I can use. Inspire someone nearby to attempt an action. You can roll awareness and add your sickness as a bonus. Mystically sense signs of failing or having to find. I'm gonna try doing believe in me again, even though that never works.
Believe in me or stir the heart.
Yeah, I think stir the heart actually. Yes.
Yeah, because inspired to believe in me is attempting like that action, like like they cannot critically fail. Like that's helping someone else here. Whereas stir the heart, well, yeah, I mean, this could be like increase the allure something holds. That might just be hope.
Okay. Hold on.
All right.
5d6. That's not great.
Yeah. As you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a critical failure if you have an unmatched. If nobody matches any of the dice.
Well,
so as you do, like as you sort of reach out, you can just feel the lack of hope here. At this point, one thing you can feel from them though, if Hedge has already attacked the shared dream that is beyond the Silence Road, that is supposed to be safe, that is supposed to be hidden, Hedge did not just become because of you. They're not blaming you anymore at this point. But their despair has gone a little too far. Like right now you're unable to stir them. Unless, wait, do you have anything in your river by chance?
I might. Hold on, let me find this.
Yeah, if you've got stuff, because the thing is, unless like even 2 1s in your river will help because you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have nothing in my river.
Like you've got a straight. If this was poker, you'd be good.
I have nothing in my river. Can anyone lend a thing from the river?
You can't lend from the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here,
Can I use my communication?
Michael, I have a question.
It won't matter because at this point you rolled no
Fuck.
no things. Mm-hmm.
Michael, I have a thing that I can use where I specifically need a clubs. I don't have a clubs. If I spend multiple cards, could I make it a clubs?
What is
to burn more than one high level card?
Which one's yours?
Old friends. So specifically, I can do what I did with Frizzy.
Oh,
That's
while you can't do that, you do have, Nessa, your shared experience. Because your shared experience is my perception that you have value. You see other people as having value, partly maybe because of death, because of the power that you have with you. Because things are ephemeral. When you think about it, I don't think you did. You plan. You have dead. You have ephemeral. Toadstools, I think, were often things of death. Like, I don't know if you planned this, but I think yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think because like the thing is like the idea that the transience of life is one of the things that makes it important.
All right, let's do one of those. I'll do my 6 of diamonds to share experience.
For me?
Yes, for Pebble, not for the rest of you.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh, simply just for Pebble?
Oh, well, I mean, maybe I'll spend another one if we want to get that guy in there.
The interesting could be, because if you're doing it just for Pebble, the interesting could be, if we want to put that as a mood for how Pebble, like, that could go with your adventure journal, how you feel that and Isha can explain, like, what Isha's doing, but also how that affects Pebble. It might go into your adventure journal, which might raise up one of your issues.
Mm.
So I think I told you, the cool thing about the issues is when you solve the muddle from your issues, you redraw all of the either cards or tiles. So those actually allow you, instead of like losing them, you get to spend them and then get them back. The issues can be useful because also if your issue ever comes up, if you ever have one of your issues come up, and then this is sort of up to you, you can grab either a tile for most of them. A couple of them are card. Like the card ones are complex and over your head. If you want to make a note, if you have one of those two you grab cards. Everything else you grab tiles. If your sickness or your something to deal with, or your I think we got a couple maybe complex over your heads. Those two cards. Everything else is tile. If it comes up in the role play, grab yourself either a card for those two and then a tile for all the rest of them.
Okay, so I feel like I've been over my head with this.
Yeah.
Should I just grab a card for this then?
Yeah. Anytime you feel over your head, grab a card. If you feel like the complexity of your character, you can grab a card. If you feel alienation, calling, the isolation, searching, sickness, or something to deal with, you can pull a tile.
I would be like, grab a card. No, pull a tile.
Bring up my sickness all the time.
Yeah, if you can grab a couple. I think you bring it up a lot, which is what you're supposed to do, which is great. I love a system that basically says, "Hey, I want you to abuse this system," because when you abuse the system, it's role play, and it's not like there's a really wonderful thing for Smallville, which didn't one of Sarah, Nessa, or Steve not play the sushi place?
I didn't play it.
I missed the first session.
Oh, Sarah. But, okay, like that system, there's a really great thing where someone said, Les Mis, if you did Les Mis using Smallville, Eponine is a power gamer who is absolutely abusing the system to make interesting drama happen.
I need to play this. I need to play Smallville because as much as we talk about it, it's like, okay, I need to play this game. It seems like it's so heavily RP. It'd be so much fun to play.
Yeah, that is my favorite game.
I think I'm gonna see Pebble struggling to inspire this man. I'm assuming this is a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I spend another card to shift back from bird form. I'm gonna grab Pebble by the shoulder and just kind of like mind meld with Pebble and like project whatever communication skills, everything that I have onto Pebble.
Am I gonna say something really offensive?
Up to you.
Pebble, we can do two things. If you want to make a bonding roll, we can kind of have you try this. We can have you try this again. So basically, put it down into your adventure journal. So this will be an issue.
Bonding.
So bonding will be communication or searching, or here's what happens, or searching rather. Communication or searching, and then if you make your roll, then when you do the moods, if you get triples, quadruples, etc., I think you can tell us how if you want to try to reach them again. Here, I'll give you that other chance because someone else has used this to help boost you up.
Come on. Okay. 2 doubles.
2 doubles, and my communication is a. Hold up. A 3.
A 3. Do you have searching by chance?
I do not have searching. I have awareness, physical action, communication, introspection, self-care.
So, while that's going to be a failure, you feel an impulse to share a secret or otherwise make yourself vulnerable. So what do you say when you feel this, when you feel your friend's belief in you?
I look at the people. I've been touched by the hoop snake.
I'm so sorry.
You have the filthiest fucking mind.
I'm sorry. No,
Filthiest mind.
it's not a filthy mind. It felt like should I call DCFS? Like that felt like
Everyone's like, well, I guess our problems are less bad now.
No,
like, as a teacher, you're like, if someone says something like that, you go, oh, I've got to call somebody. So it's just I'm sorry, it's the phrasing. Like, there wasn't that sort of a thing.
phrasing. I've seen the hoop snake, and he's affected my life, and I don't want anything like that to affect any of you again. And I swear on my life, as little as it's worth, I will do everything in my power to stop it.
What you notice is while you haven't raised the spirit so much, the innkeep comes forward and goes, your travel was long. I have food for you. Please come and share it. Please come and share what we have to offer.
And I think I reached down, like Pebble's hands on my. Did Pebble? Did Isha take her hand off my shoulder?
No, I think it's still there for the moment.
I think I put my hand for hers, and I give it a quick squeeze, like a thank you. Then I follow the innkeep into the bar.
I take it off, and then I whisper to Zach, that was very like when my therapist used to tell me about how her sister got murdered, and then I'd be like, yeah, damn, I guess the SATs aren't that hard.
Yeah.
Is this a Nessa story or is this an Isha story?
Combination. My therapist used to tell me about how her father was beaten to death in front of her.
That's something you shouldn't know. Unless there's a specific reason. That's something
it's
you
to
maybe
make the SATs seem less hard, Michael. I don't think it was death. They might have just been beaten, period.
Look, I know
China
the
during
SATs
the Communist
are
Revolution
difficult.
was a very interesting time.
I know the SATs are difficult, but my father was murdered in front. That's someone who needs some help.
All right.
That's someone who shouldn't be a therapist, should be in therapy.
Okay.
Well,
Perfect.
maybe that's why she became a therapist. Trying to get that shit for free.
All right. So Pebble gave a speech about Hoop the Snake and then went inside. Isha says that. What is the crowd's reaction right now?
I whisper that to Zach.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody heard that. I think the crowd heard that. Yeah, there's a point where as they come in, they're sort of welcoming you in. Like they're not hostile the way they were before, but their spirits definitely seem like they've been.
Okay. Where's my thing?
Really, it's gonna have to not transform back into a human.
Can I use my Tangled History ability?
Yeah.
Because I have an 8+. So with this, it says 5+, declare that you have detailed personal experience with something. 8+, you participated in it. And then a heart, or that there's a fable that you were responsible for it. So do I just have to play a heart to get that last one, or does it have to be an 8+ and a heart?
Just heart, I think.
All right, I'm going to use my 2 of hearts because it's bogging
Not going to be
down.
used for much
and-
else.
No, I'm never going to use a two of hearts. So yeah, I think as everybody's spirits are down, Papa Fred is just gonna like listen. You've all heard the stories of the last time Henge the Fang was here. You've all remember you don't remember it, but you've heard it, you've read about it. There's paintings on the wall apparently about it. And who's on that painting? And he just points at him. Because I may not be as young as I was, but I have more people with me than I did last time. I went to where Henge the Fang lives. I got what he stole from Vikenti back, and I brought it here and ended his reign once, and me and my friends are going to do it again. That's what we're going to do. You can keep your spirits high because I've yet to fail this world, and I've been here many times.
Okay.
I'm also gonna put something in my. So this is day 4 morning, right?
Evening, I think.
We'll say afternoon by the time you get back here.
Okay.
Afternoon.
Day 4 afternoon. I think this is actually I'm gonna put desperation, and it is.
Oh, I love that. I love that flavors. My God.
Desperation. Papa Fred is 100%. He gives this impassioned speech, and it is just a desperate attempt to get this crowd rallied. And I'm gonna roll for it.
Come
I'm
on.
All right, you roll
Rallying.
either introspection or in over your head.
Rallying the crowd. Well, introspection, I have the best of, so I'm gonna use that because it's a 4. And I have 2 6s in my river, so we'll see how this goes. Roll 5d6s.
Ooh.
2, 3, 4, 6, 6.
Yeah.
You get a 6 from
If
your
you
river.
use your river, do you have to use all of it, or can you use one?
You can use one.
Screw it. I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna
Okay.
use both of them, so I have 4 6s. Quad 6s.
Quadruples and quintuples represent extraordinary luck, skill, and survival reflexes, in addition to the playing card, and the plus. So yeah, get a playing card and the +1 to in over your head. You can pull off an escape or victory that you, the GM, would previously have thought possible. The people gather around as you're talking about this. You all of you start to see the hope start to build up in all of these people and rats, as they are once again starting to feel like there is a possibility now as you're talking about this, and like the hope that was difficult to kind of bring back does start to find its way in again.
Yeah.
I'm just out in the crowd trying to teach the rats how to do the wave.
Zach, what are you doing through all this?
Kay is frozen.
Oh no!
Kay heard so little of that.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't hear me about teaching the rats how to do the wave?
Here.
Oh no.
Okay, is
Poor
your
Kay.
internet giving up for the night, or?
I only heard Isha tell Max how to do the wave.
That's
So-
all you needed to hear.
Papa Fred rolled desperation and got 4 6s, rallying the crowd.
Yeah, okay. And the wave happened. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but you saw them around. As this is happening, what's Zach up to? Because everyone else has been kind of like they've been stoking the hopes of these people.
I think Zach just kind of moved to the back of the group a little bit. Like, he's definitely here, he's definitely ready to fight. But like he was telling Pebble, he doesn't want to draw a lot of attention to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that went so poorly for him last time.
Mm.
Question
So he's just
possibility
here.
here.
He's
Oh.
excited, but not really. Like,
Okay.
yay, we'll do the wave with the rats.
Hmm.
Possibility for you, Kay. Question. One thing you could do, and this also could be a marker journal thing. So one of the things you do with your command, one of the things that can be true of you is you've been here before.
Hmm.
Well, everyone else is doing this. Are you maybe doing something with the people who's like the fire of their life? Because right now there's one person in town, like Roshan, I believe it was, who
Yeah.
you've taken, but there can also be others. So if you have happen to have been in the Far Roofs before, um, keep in mind that if you want to, there's things you could start doing by controlling those people that you still have the fire of their lives. There's like a marked journal lets you do it with a bunch of people, or you can I think spend like a card or something to do it to. I don't think there's a cost. Let me just double check to do it to like one person who's had it.
I don't think there's a cost for that.
Let me just double check. That's command. Oh yeah, if you want, you can just roll actions normally, relevant trait in your communication. Minimum of your roll those actions normally using the minimum of your relevant trait and your communication, which means you get to add those together, which means you actually are pretty good at making people do things. Or the minimum, whichever is the minimum of those two. Yeah, so like if you can do a thing where if you want to have other people that you've done this to that are maybe somewhere across the far roofs that might get you information, might get you other things.
Yeah,
If you
I
want to explore
think
that more.
yeah, I think I definitely want to have like at least one or two um vessels that I can tap into. I probably I want to say maybe they're in like two different parts of the Far Roofs.
Mm-hmm.
Um and maybe whichever one is closer, I want to kind of get a sense of like the the vibe of the city in a way.
Okay.
Like, are people scared of Hedge the Fang coming? Do they even know that it's a threat? Like,
Do you want to do it? So if you want to mark your journal, you can have not just one or two. You can have a whole bunch. Some things that you've
yeah.
done before where you've taken, and it might be a thing that's a possibility if you want to have you where you have maybe forgotten about this in the past,
Hmm.
like your mind almost cut it away from you, is a possibility. But yeah, if you want to here, if you kind of think back, you can mark your journal, make a roll, and then with one of the moods, and then we can see like how much you're able to find out, what you're able to determine.
And I'm gonna roll being there. I just think it makes the most
Mm-hmm.
sense. And that
So that will
is
be
awareness.
or something to deal with.
What's the deal with? Well, my awareness is 0. Do I have something to deal with? I do not. Okay.
So basically, you're looking for triples or quadruples, ideally.
Easy. No problem. We'll see. I got triple ones.
All right, that works. So give yourself first of all +1 of something to deal with.
Cool. I don't
I'll
have
let you
that.
describe this if you want. You can describe it, or I can. But it's going to stir your heart as you search out the people whose fire of life you've taken. Maybe you can let us know, or if you want to like not let us know, you can. If you want to describe what it is you see, or if you want, I can give you the general overview. Either way.
Um, I would love for you to tell me if other cities know that the thing is like a dire threat that's kind of on the way.
So like, there's this moment as you sort of close your eyes, and it's a nice roll to stir your heart because that means it went well. As you sort of like close your eyes and suddenly, like in your mind, there is this gigantic expanse of the Far Roofs. You can feel yourself and all these people here in this place that suddenly becomes super tiny, and these little flames just appear all over the place. All of these people whose fire of life you have taken, who've been living a half life since they met you. But now, as you're just kind of going through, there are places that have been devastated. There's places that have been essentially destroyed by Hedge coming through, but you find more places where they've gathered, where they've come together, where they've tried to protect each other, where they've fought back the cats and the owls that are sent by Hedge the Fang. You find that there is an uprising of sorts against what Hedge is doing. Those that are maybe closer to the Far Roofs, that are closer towards the graveyard, that those got attacked first. There's much more despair there. There's much more. Many of them have fled. There's places where you feel like you used to have people that is no longer there, but in others, there are people fighting back. There is still hope in the world, which means some of them have succeeded. Because there's also plenty of places where they're unaware. But there's places where Hedge has shown up, they've fought back, and they've had hope. It's not impossible.
Okay. I think later in the day, once we kind of settle in, I'll relay that info to you guys. Just not while here trying to rile up a crowd.
That could rile up a crowd a good way, depending.
Yeah,
you
no,
want to wait till
definitely
later?
in a good
Yep.
way.
All right. Yeah. If you give the moment, why don't you let them know? Like a little bit afterwards, while maybe the four of you are back at Fizz's house.
Yeah, I was like, so I have, earlier how I pulled that guy's kind of light out of him.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
kind of gave me a thing where I can, in a way, use him to like sense things. Like I can use his body as kind of like I can see things around him and like what's going on. So I did that, and turns out, I have more people that I can do that to.
Wait,
So
why?
I guess I've been here before. I don't really have a memory of it like Papa Fred does. Um,
Am I the only person who hasn't been here before?
Hey, I've never
Maybe.
been here.
Am I the
Fizz
only
was here.
newcomer?
well, I don't remember the last time I was here, so I don't know if it
Doesn't matter. This is crap.
Okay, but anyway, the graveyard that we're going to, a lot of cities close to it kind of have been decimated, but cities a little further out have rallied, and even though Hedge the Fang has been there and sent people, they fought back and they've obviously won. I can feel that I've lost some people, but a lot of them are still there.
That's great. We can fight then, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Killing cats.
At that point, as we leave you on the, probably ends up being the end of day 4. It sounds like a good place to end for the night.
Mhm.
All right. We want to let
yeah.
all you people know where all you wonderful people are going to be.
Yeah, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X. You can find me on Beards and Barbarians, on Ronan's Den podcast. You can find me here and just various other places from time to time, and on TikTok a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching.
I'm Sarah. I'm Powerful Week 1 on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Hey, I'm Kay. You can find me just about anywhere as K.1224. And besides this, the next thing I'm doing is the October one-shot for Grimstone Gaming.
Hello,
Nice.
Nessa. You can find me everywhere under Loch Nessa, LOCHNEASSA, but I mostly like hanging out on TikTok.
I think that's every.